some simple instructions. So if you can all just place your pads down and your pens down and face this way, make yourself comfortable.
So at some point you may want to put your feet flat on the floor.
Yeah, just place both feet flat on the floor. And separate your hands. If they're not already, just put them on your lap.
And at some point you might want to take a breath or two so you can begin to relax.
Because it's easy. Just like sneezing. It's just like breathing.
And you can continue to breathe.
So as you breathe, you're going to find it easier to focus on your breathing if you just allow your eyes to close. That's what I'd like you to do. Just close your eyes.
With those eyes closed.
Understand that you have nothing to do
other than just listen.
There's nobody wanting anything.
Nothing for you to do.
And there's nobody expecting anything.
Nothing for you to feel.
And some of you will wonder.
Nothing for you to think.
But not doing, not speaking,
and you can enjoy.
Might make it easier to not listen.
Just letting go.
Anything than the sound of my voice.
And flowing.
Other voices.
Through this experience.
So let go.
And enjoy.
If you need to move and make yourself more comfortable, you can.
The process of going inside.
And being still now.
And finding.
Now all I'm asking you
inside
is to understand
something.
All that matters here
of why you are here
is your imagination.
And what you can do.
With other people's imagination,
what you can achieve.
You can learn to direct
and enjoy the experience.
And shape their experience.
Of focusing all your mental energy.
So there's no need to wonder
something marvelous.
Whether you are in a deep trance.
So just let it all go.
Or a light trance.
Allow your unconscious.
And whether you get there quickly.
To create the process for you.
Or slowly.
Or finding.
You'll find that you can become more aware of things.
The core reason you are here.
That might go overlooked.
And letting it grow.
So as you relax.
A feeling builds inside.
You may have an understanding.
A good feeling.
That you have a conscious and an unconscious.
And all you need to do.
That you have a creative mind.
Is enjoy.
All that really matters.
Allowing that feeling to grow.
And pay more attention.
To yourself.
To those thoughts.
Inside.
Ideas.
Things are happening.
And images.
Changes occurring.
That drift through your mind.
That are of great importance.
In a continuous flow.
Every time a house is built.
Right from the foundations.
The foundations are the key.
They dig those holes deep down in the ground.
Preparing for a proper foundation to be set.
Understand that everything you've learned and understood.
A lifetime of experiences.
Is a resource that you can draw upon.
Are the best way.
So you can use your imagination.
To create the space.
Right now.
In which.
Go out into a fantasy.
A foundation can be built.
Get a sense of yourself out there.
Where you breathe differently.
Being the person you want to be.
Feel differently.
Having learnt these skills.
Act differently.
And found you can hang on the knowledge you already have.
Simple instincts.
So see yourself out there meeting people,
aligning themselves
learning new things,
with your true goal.
different people,
It's easy,
different ways of speaking.
and so soon you'll know how.
And imagine that you can see that look of fascination.
It's as if
You can see their eyes widening.
some part of you already knew how to do this,
And you're speaking.
and you don't need to know how.
And all you're doing is putting
Or-
forward ideas,
or what that part is.
allowing their mind, their imagination to lock around those ideas.
A sponge absorbs water by its simple nature,
So you can present images,
and all
you can tap into their feelings,
you have to do
and you can raise their emotions.
is simply allow the sponge to rest,
It's easy.
and the water will be absorbed.
So as you sit there,
A tense sponge doesn't really work.
I want you to think about the person who's dearest to you on this planet.
Might as well relax.
If there's more than one, see more than one.
That hand
Get an image of that person in mind.
and watch the absorption take place.
Do it now. See their face, see their
How
eyes,
fascinating
hear their voice, hear
that
their laughter.
process is,
Find that feeling,
of absorbing
that memory
without any effort,
that reminds you of the bond you have with them.
working all by itself.
Now as you find that feeling,
And all it takes
and as you listen to me,
is a relaxed,
allow that feeling to grow inside you.
comfortable attitude.
Fill up each cell,
And you can do that.
and the space between those cells.
That's right.
Deep into your very core.
And then
Understand with that feeling inside you,
that's the place.
nothing that you cannot do.
And from there,
So
everything happens.
go out into that fantasy.
And bring it inside you.
Get a sense of yourself out there amongst those lights and people.
And enjoy it. Because at some point, I don't know, in the next couple of hours probably, you might find yourself out on some sidewalk in some interesting place. And it's true, when you're at a sidewalk, it's usually a good idea to have your eyes walk open so you can interact with people, right? So when you do find yourself opening your eyes at some point today, just remember that feeling you had inside and take it with you. Because that's really the place on which the foundation gets built, isn't it? And to the extent that that was a positive feeling, a positive experience that you had inside you, well, isn't that the ideal place in which to put a whole bunch of skills and abilities that you actually want to use at some point? Just think of it this way. The more you build the foundations here, the more you get to feel that every time you do street hypnosis out there. Wouldn't this be a good thing to do? So I'm going to encourage you to maintain that attitude you have inside right now. So that as we go into the actual skill building and all the rest of it, you use that to develop the whole personality, the whole routine, the whole street hypnosis skill set that you've come to learn. Does that make sense to you guys? Who here is excited, by the way? Are you guys excited enough to stand up?